Hello, epic viewers from around the multiverse, free to bask in unprecedented glory, because today I'm going to be revealing the top 5 ways to overcome depression. So how's this possible, you may ask? Well, I don't understand, I can't fathom, I can't apprehend why people get depressed. There's so much to live for in this little simulation that you perceive as reality. Everything in this simulation is cognizant. We're confined to perceive in this simulation through the parameters of our 7 senses, the 2 latter ones being our sense of intuition, aka the voice of God that never misguides us, and of course the sense of thought. Now, my first recommendation and the first way to overcome depression is to eat fruits and vegetables that are nutrient dense, that are characterized by high levels of alkalinity, that have a low glycemic load, a low glycemic index, and that leave an alkaline residue in the body post being digested. These fruits and vegetables need to be chock full of phytonutrients, macronutrients, micronutrients, vitamins, minerals, plant-based enzymes, carotenoids, flavonoids, and of course other salubrious beneficial compounds that allow you to thrive, prosper, and flourish. For me, I'm a fruitarian. Each meal I eat 5 to 10,000 calories of fruits and vegetables, typically 14 to 27 avocados per meal. I gotta get in that saturated fat, that monounsaturated fat, and that polyunsaturated fat. And each meal I typically have 4 to 5 cans of olives, sometimes even 6. I also have at least 1,300 calories of raw, organic, desiccated coconut shreds, and I only drink distilled water, never have oils oxidized, never eat animal carcasses, never eat animal secretions, never eat refined grains, never eat whole grains, never eat bastardized, synthetic, adulterated, man-made foods. You don't want to eat any products tainted and laced with carcinogens, neurotoxins, endocrine disruptors, and other noxious, deleterious compounds. So don't cook anything. Eat all your fruits and vegetables raw and indulge in nirvana. Eating fruits and vegetables is the second highest form of ecstasy. And this segues into the second way to overcome depression, and that's by sleeping. The dream world is unalloyed nirvana, to say the least. By sleeping, you partake in a simulation within a simulation, and you can manipulate the simulation within the simulation. Now, of course, we know that this simulation is malleable. Your thoughts, your actions can impact the simulation. However, when you dream, you become the dream master. You preside over the simulation within the simulation. You have jurisdiction over it, you have imperium over it, and it's inside the parameters of your purview to control who you want to be, how you want to be, and what you can be inside your dreams. So I'm communicating through my vessel, and this vessel is my avatar, is my subconscious mind, and I vicariously experience the simulation through my vessel. However, when I'm dreaming, though, I'm not restricted to the laws of the simulation. In my dreams, I'm in total control. Now, with the third way to overcome depression, you got to find agency, you got to find a higher purpose. That could entail creating content to deliver unprecedented value to the multiverse. You could disseminate ineffably epic content. You could help people thrive, prosper, and flourish. You could steer people in the right direction, and you could forge a path of unprecedented, unparalleled success that is seemingly insurmountable to reach, but it can be attained because, as I stated earlier, the simulation is malleable. You're a pioneer of your own destiny, so find a higher purpose, whether that entails helping other people, creating ineffably epic, divine, multifaceted videos that can entertain the multiverse, or whether that entails satiating your higher aspirations. You got to ascertain what your higher purpose is, and subsequently implement the measures and undergo the means and undergo the toil and travail to find your agency and attain and meet your overarching goals that allow you to have at least an iota of purpose in your life in this simulation. The fourth way to overcome depression is to watch anime. Anime can be enthralling, engrossing, captivating, riveting, and can tickle your fancy and pique your interest and retain your attention, to say the least. Animes have intricate plots, they have considerable character development, and they're inundated with action. The action sequences are the highest form of artistry in the industry, and animes can be truly mesmerizing. The characters are unique, they have a lot of depths to them, and I love seeing the dynamics between the characters. I love seeing all the plot twists. I love seeing the scenic, picturesque settings in an anime. You know, the ambience can change at any moment. The characters' moods can change at any moment. There's so much dynamism in an anime. So, if you're looking for something dynamic, watch an anime. It's constantly changing, it's constantly evolving, and it's constantly changing directions. The fifth way to find agency is to meet people who are sociable, gregarious, who are wise, who exude circumspect, prudent behavior, who can bequeath knowledge to you. And you could also partake in playing sports, releasing those endorphins, expending those calories, and doing activities that promote growth hormone secretion and stem cell secretion. So it's very salubrious for the body to partake in playing sports, to exercise, and not to be sedentary, idle, nor indolent. So the 5 best ways to overcome depression, from my perspective, all knowledge spewed out of the vocal folds of men is contrived, but my 5 recommendations, and perhaps the top 5 most potent strategies, would be to become a fruitarian, eat fruits and vegetables. They'll render you mellow, they'll calm your mind, they'll render you mentally stable, to say the least. You'll have more mental acuity, your cerebral faculties will be enhanced and augmented, and you won't feel any inflammation or any constipation or anything along those lines. So eat fruits and vegetables only, and drink distilled water, no oxidized oils. Don't get anything triple extra virgin. In terms of oils, stay away from that. Oxidized products are poison for the vessel. Antioxidants help mitigate and attenuate free radical damage, but eat just fruits and vegetables will make a huge difference. Sleep, try to get anywhere from 16 to 24 hours of sleep per day if you have the luxury of doing so and not having to work. Unfortunately, I work 3 jobs, so that encroaches on my sleep schedule. I'm lucky if I can get 2 to 3 hours of sleep per night, but that's a story for another time, and I apologize about digressing. So sleeping is one of the utmost best ways to overcome depression, in my opinion, because it allows you to feel rejuvenated, reinvigorated, and imbued with energy, so that way when you get up you have indefatigable energy, and your mind, vessel, and spirit will be well rested and ready to partake in the simulation by creating unprecedented content to appease the masses. Another way you could overcome depression, the third way, is to find agency. So I'm trying to render your higher aspirations a reality. Try to meet your higher aspirations by taking the measures needed to reach your overarching goals. So if you find agency, from filling a certain role, or attaining a certain job, or traveling around the world and do it. Try to check off your goals on your bucket list. Another way is to watch anime. This diverts your attention away from the monotonies and the stresses of everyday life, and allows you to truly be engrossed and have your mind entrenched in this world that is so disparate from our world in every facet. So, as you know, all animes are dynamic, multifaceted, intricate, complex, and they have a tremendous amount of depth. So there's a lot for you to analyze in those animes, especially with the meticulous nature. There's a lot that will be able to retain your attention, and watching animes can be the highest form of stimuli, next to eating and sleeping. So animes will provide you with your stimuli. And then of course you can socialize and play sports to overcome depression by networking, by joining leagues, by joining meetups. You can meet amazing people who have wonderful experiences to share with others. So you can meet people who are charismatic, who are humble, who demonstrate the utmost highest level of humility, and who display unrequited kindness. So show unrequited kindness to everyone. Deliver unprecedented value to the multiverse. Never encroach on the non-aggression principle. Always demonstrate the highest level of moral rectitude. Always listen to your intuition. And remember, each human being is a facet of God. This is how God simultaneously experiences everything in this little simulation that we perceive as reality, but nothing here is tangible. Everything is cognizant, and even these glasses are comprised of particles, just like everything else in the simulation. And particles are fluctuations of energy, vibrating at extremely slow frequencies. So if you had thermal vision, you would see these glasses perhaps in a more realistic form. If you could view them at the atomic level, you see that they're just a compilation of particles, and all this matter is energy that's preordained to become liberated. So eventually these glasses will change your form, perhaps in thousands of years from now, but they're not truly tangible. It's just energy that's temporarily consolidated together, that's preordained to become liberated sometime in the pending future, perhaps in centuries from now. So I hope that you found this video to be engrossing and insightful. Do you concur with me, or are you going to demonstrate disagreement? Please feel free to divulge your thoughts and your sentiments via the comment section beneath this video. Were your thoughts the cacophony of discord, or would they be harmonious? I do not know. The future is enigmatic and obscured beyond a veil of time, but to overcome depression, to recapitulate, you should eat only fruits and vegetables, sleep as much as you possibly can, find your agency, and work towards attaining a higher purpose. Watch anime, and of course play sports and socialize. You could join leagues, meetups, and attend networking events. So I hope that you found this video to be informative and beneficial and a boon to your life, which means that I hope that you found this video to be advantageous to watch, and hopefully you deem this video to be an asset. I hope that you have a meaningful, ineffably epic life, And I hope that each and every one of you watching this video can overcome your depression. If you're depressed, there's no reason to ever feel depressed. There's always hope. Never lose esperance, never yield, never capitulate, never waver, and find meaning in your life, help others, show everyone unrequited kindness, and demonstrate the highest level of moral rectitude, and follow your intuition. That's the inner voice of God guiding you. Once again, I hope that you found this video to be insightful. Have a blissful, glorious 2019 and an amazing lifetime. Goodbye.